and trying to figure it all out.
You're in such a perfect space because same because like and the slides that I'll be sharing is kind of like my entire mental model of everything in the AI space. So it's actually kind of cool. But yeah, it's trying to conceptualize what is the business impact, where do you start, where do you go, what are the stages, where are the opportunities, where do you find your niche and what you want to do. Like it is going to be very exciting. So yeah, no, I'm very excited that you joined the community. Super grateful. Look forward. I think I also sent you a DM with one-on-one links. So definitely book whenever ready. And then you got 2 hours, so like we won't have to do. Secretly, it's technically gonna be 4 hours, so like budget like an hour and a half. And then we'll do the next session. But we're gonna go deep into all of it. Really, I'm excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did submit it probably an hour ago, so it's on the calendar. I should see
Nice.
it soon.
Nice. I can't wait till my AI assistant is like managing my inbox and calendar and everything.
Yeah, right.
Nice. And before we begin, I want to introduce Naeem. Welcome. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Hey, good morning.
I'd love to know just a little about your background and what are you looking for when it comes to AI.
Yeah, sure. So for me, I've got kind of a mixed background. I've been in marketing and advertising nearly most of my life. I started with sales, went into marketing, and then started doing a lot of early on, media into the media, helping clients, with some stuff, their website, some basic SEO stuff, and kind of really on the digital space and helping them kind of just launch online.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of over the past, 6, 8, 9 years or so, this kind of led me to kind of, become a small business owner, like a brick and mortar. So I still have some clients that I deal with that really are brick and mortar businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And now having a brick and mortar business, I see even more value and potential and opportunity in using AI to leverage more of the automation side of building leads, automating tasks, messaging, and a lot of that kind of stuff. I
Nice.
operate kind of like a mobile, a car detailing business,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really looking to figure out better, more creative ways using AI and other platforms to kind of, automate. The social media side is one segment of it, but more importantly, lead gen and automating that process so it takes less time to field those calls or messages or
Mm-hmm.
Yelp messages um, and kind of find a better way forward, I suppose, that'll allow me to scale much better.
Nice. And so your focus is
Yeah.
digital marketing or just to confirm?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I'm on a side note here, but yeah, so I operate a different business as well, in the print business. I'm in the printing business as well. So, it supports a lot of the things that I do in terms of the car detailing business. We produce our own, chemicals and stuff. So labeling and printing needs for
Nice.
that all come from there.
Nice, nice. Good to know. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
small group. We got two of our community members in the call as well too. So I really want to open this opportunity for you guys to also ask questions. I want you guys to walk away with like a full, at least understanding of like I'm gonna go through like a 10,000 foot view of like what I see as the entire AI space fundamentally, everything when it comes to AI, and then we can dive deep into a little basically specific topics that you guys can narrow down and pitch on, especially where you guys want to uh, plant your flag, let's call it. So, Naeem, welcome. I'm super grateful to have you here and thank you. Let's see, let's just
Thanks.
introduce real quick Richard and Juan. Richard, that was a cool office background. I'm not gonna lie, that's like Command Central, like NASA, DEF CON 1.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, eh?
What's up, Richard? How's your day going?
Good, man. You?
Oh, blessed. Blessed every day. What brings you to the AI world?
Well, I'm trying to get my own AI company going up. I want to start offering AI chatbots to companies and then eventually start teaching younger First Nations children of North America how to go about using AI and to benefit their future.
Love
That's
it.
the goal at this point.
Love it. We're going to get deep into chatbots. I'm going to show you the best chatbots that are around and where actually businesses are making money with chatbots has been the talk of this whole week. So perfect timing. And then also great opportunity also to teach AI to kids. I used to teach a robotics course to kids, high school students, many, many ages ago. And now the opportunity is like, if you just teach kids like just the power of some of these tools, their imagination just goes to a whole new level. And seeing what they can create is like super inspiring, honestly. We have one member in the community, Dr. T, who's also on the same path with a nonprofit to teach AI to women in, I think it's like high school, middle school, that area.
You know, AI is the future, and a lot of these younger people, they use it, but they don't really fully grasp how much AI is going to be in the future. Anybody that's in their teens or early 20s are going to see exactly where AI is going to go. And we're like, I tell a lot of people, like, we're at the beginning of Star Trek. I mean, all us old guys, like, I'm in my 60s, right? And any, like, Eric, you look like you're pretty well up there too, right? But so a lot of us guys are older, but we see, like, we grew up watching Star Trek.
Yep.
And we were at the very beginning of Star Trek, literally.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be seeing AI happen huge time. And the younger generation need to see the benefits and also benefit from AI. And if they don't, then they're going to be left behind. And I don't want to see them left behind. I want to see them jump on board and get involved because it is literally the future. And we're going to see so much AI in the world in the next 10 or 20 years. It's going to be mind-boggling, and people are going to be really surprised, I think, personally.
Oh, you're definitely in the right position. That's the biggest gap before we get into all the technicals and all what, let's call it tactical of AI. The biggest gap is just education. It's just awareness.
Yeah.
Just knowing what's
Yeah.
possible today, who's using what, and I call it saying spreading the good gospel of AI, because it's like there's a lot of positive things that AI can do for many different types of people and many different types of industries.
Well, it's going to vastly increase the knowledge in medical fields, the space race, just to mention a few, right? It's going to advance us so massively. I don't think anybody's really prepared for it, really, to tell you the honest truth.
Amazing.
Evolve
No.
or die. Evolve or die.
Yep,
That's what I say.
that's it's ruthless because last week all graphic designers basically have zero job security once ChatGPT released that update overnight. Boom,
Yeah.
like gone. YouTube thumbnail designers gone. Copywriters gone. Like it's going to happen faster and faster.
But I
So
would like to ask you your opinion about one thing. I've
please.
decided to go ahead with trying to use learnmake.com
Hmm.
to supply companies with AI. Do you think that's a good decision? The reason I made that decision is because of the Make is cheaper than anything else I found out there to actually start with.
Hmm.
So we're essentially, me and my business partner in Florida are starting up our business. And we're trying to learn how to use Make. And we're really running into, because we're old guys, right? We're running into a lot of problems with learning how to go about using make.com. And we're running into a lot of brick walls, and we're finding it hard to get through them. And I was wondering if there's anybody or any way you can go about showing us or informing us if there's a better way to go about using make.com, because make.com and the information I found online is not in depth enough, I guess I could say.
Yeah. No, 100% inside the AI community, not to pitch it so much, but that's basically what we're trying to solve is the AI community has courses and mentorship to help you use a lot of these AI tools. We have a 4-hour course on make.com. Takes you from very beginner with no experience all the way to automating your social media, but teaches you the fundamentals of, because it's no code or low code, but at the same time, you still have to go through that experience that a software developer has to go through with just learning how to code, where it's learning how to troubleshoot. I say it's like 70-30, 70% 30% confidence that you know Make.com is the right tool. 70% is iterating yourself to success, troubleshooting your way. So those blockers or those bugs are just natural in the path of you just developing your skill set to learn the tool to get to that MVP fundamentally.
Could you send me a link for that course on Make that you're talking about?
Yep, at the very end, and I'll put it in the chat. So this is kind of just a whole 101 webinar to introduce you. We've got Eric, Candy, and Oksana, who are all members inside the AI community. So they have, I'll show you the whole library of courses that we offer. We're adding new courses almost every month. And then even after this, we're having a workshop on custom GPTs. So that's my mission with the AI community, is that it offers courses and mentorship to help people upskill themselves into the best different AI domains, whether it be image, text, avatars, automation, and so forth. So 100%, I'll put that in the chat and then talk more at the very end.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Juan, I'd love to introduce yourself.
Hey there. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. What brings you to the AI world?
You know, I've been watching you on Tech Talk. I mean, and you know, I love the roasting things that you do with those channels. I like, and I even use some of those tips and tricks on my own funnel. So I'm like, okay. But you know, I just started with digital marketing. Haven't had like all this crazy success. I mean, I come with the background. I spent 17 years in the swimming pool industry, doing the plumbing part of the pool. So, and even over there's a lot of tech stuff that they came. I mean, when I started, it was everything kind of like manual, and now they have a bunch of different technology. And I see that here in the digital space, especially now with a bunch of AI stuff coming out. So, but I mean, I just love what you're doing on Tech Talk. I'm like, man, I just need to get in this community and get in
Wonderful.
here and get involved.
That's it. It's just come in. It's with AI and fundamental, it's just surrounding yourself with a lot of people that are just playing with the tools, seeing different use cases, because these are the type of stuff you're not going to find on YouTube. You're not going to find in a newsletter. The next part is getting your hands dirty and also being a part of community. I don't want to like promote it so much, but I'm pretty confident that our AI community is the most advanced AI community as far as like what we're teaching our members. We have members like Oksana, who's building an AI digital twin to create content. She's already cloned herself within the first few weeks of being a part of the community. So I'm really proud of what my members are doing, using the AI skills in their business and even to start an AI career. And then I have a huge, heavy digital marketing background. So that's where I'm also applying, where we're really focusing with AI is how to improve leads, automation, marketing, sales, content, and so forth, because that has the quickest ROI. So 100%, no, welcome. I'm super grateful to have you here.
Oh man, thank you. And I'm over here in Mexico, in Guadalajara. So.
I'm from Zacatecas, so yo hablo poquito
cool,
español, muy poquito, pues.
That's cool. All right, well, good to meet you guys. Thank you for having me here.
100%. Oksana and Candy, you guys are in the community, so you guys get more access to me. I just want to introduce new members to get a kind of feel where everyone's at. Let's start the show, because the goal of this real quick, and I'm going to save some time for Q&A, is basically I'm going to show you my slides, my famous slides, because this to me is my mental model as far as everything AI related, everything in the whole AI. When someone talks about AI, this is where usually they're going to have some answer or topic in all of these categories, basically. So I'm going to go through a 10,000 foot view. These are the slides I also update through the live streams as well too. So this is how I'm able to, for just me personally, to stay up to date with AI and everything here. Feel free to stop me and ask questions along the way. And so basically it's going to be super simple. Go through a whole overview. Guys can stop me, ask questions, and at the very end, I can answer questions and talk more about the AI community, which is just courses, mentorship, and workshops to help you guys the goal is to upskill everyone. My goal and problem to solve is one, awareness, and then two, personal skills training to upskill everyone in the different domains so that they could take advantage of AI and not get left behind. So let's begin. This is awesome. When people talk about AI, this is what I call as the stairway of path, where to start literally level one and then all the way up to where's the advanced that you can mostly take it from here. And it seems fundamental and also almost like, I don't want to say childish to start at a level with computers, but actually the hardware, how you actually just touch a computer actually will have an impact. Everything is about productivity. All that we're trying to do is introduce the right hardware and software and skills so that you can basically do more with less and take full advantage of AI. And so just real quick, tablets, PCs, any of those things, Android, are not going to be able to help you keep up to date in the AI space. So we want to make sure you're using the right hardware. Then we'll go into software. There's a gamut of different AI tools that are out there. I'll show you the best of the best tools as of today. Then now we're going to quickly start into business. So looking at a business roadmap for businesses to start adopting AI, the first place they're going to start with is marketing. Their marketing and sales, where how a customer is contacting the business. That's where we're going to start building AI automation systems. Then most importantly, a little farther up the funnel is basically content. How do you get attraction to leverage even the TikTok algorithm, let's say, and the Instagram algorithm, so that it's playing towards your advantage to bring you your ideal client, so that you don't have to spend money on ads. Very important. Then we'll get into automations. Chatbots are the biggest flavor right now. Is the first powerful AI employee, we'll call it. Then you have voice agents, and then actual what I consider like top AI agents are just like business tools fundamentally. And then lastly, the holy grail is AI employees, which I'm very excited. I think I have about 7 AI employees now that were actively employed, which is actually terrifying, but also scary, powerful, that this is now the future. This is the game. So let's skim through it. Super easy is computer hardware, just real simple. Mac, I'm just going to TLDR. M1, 16 gigabyte RAM, seems very fundamental, but a lot of people, I need to start them at some level and then grow them from there. So just Mac is really going to be the main thing. Then we're going to look at your workstation. Look, you need a battle station. You need an external monitor. You need a computer. This is how you're going to be able to work in the digital world where everything is online. Everything, your whole interaction, also being making money, is all going to be done through the computer. So we want to make sure your gateway to the digital world is as set up efficiently so that you're the most productive fundamentally. Now we could get into the fun stuff of the software. Now the nerdy stuff. These are my top 12 tools. And for members in the community, we'll have the slides for this in the community. These are my 12, actually I think there's even 13 now, tools that I use every single day. These are my daily drivers. Some are AI, some are not AI. So not everything is AI that's going to be something that you're dependent on. You're still going to use stuff that are just the best of digital tools. So you'll see my top 2 daily drivers, ChatGPT Plus, DeepSeek for big projects. I got to add some more now. This is actually you have to add one called GenSpark. We just played with this one yesterday, so I need to add this one, which I'll talk about. GenSpark and Manus for research. This is how much AI changes. Literally 24 hours ago, I was like, oh, one member introduced us to of course, Manus is like a researching bot, very powerful. There's also free ones like RuCode, for example. GenSpark, really good for research when you're trying to, hey, it's basically what Perplexity should be. But Perplexity is becoming more and more, I call it childish as far as answers, not really helpful as far as giving us like really helpful answers on the web and stuff like that. You have your daily drivers, ChatGPT Plus and DeepSeek, big projects, big working on your main AI tools that you're going to be going to for your AI assistants. Then I'll do a demo of like Cider. Cider is just a little writing assistant, helps you with improving your writing communication. Think of it like Grammarly, but better. And just you don't have to leave the tab to go and talk to AI. Basically, you can stay in the window, your email, whatever, your digital notebook, so that you can just have AI improve your writing. AI note taking tools, just like I think Fireflies was here. Yeah, he's here. Fireflies is taking notes, Chatbase for chatbots, Canva for graphic design, Make.com for automations. Surprisingly enough, Notion, you need to have a digital notebook, essential. No more Google Docs, no more Microsoft Word, no more Evernote, no more Apple Notes. You need a digital notebook to store all the information related to taking notes, work, personal life. Digital notebook is going to be, that's basically your second brain that you're going to be building. And then tick, task and project management, how you time block your day is going to be essential. The only reason I'm so productive is because of these two tools. One is a digital brain. I'll never forget anything and be able to recall all sorts of information fast. And then tick, task management. I could time block my entire day down to the minute of everything, routine, projects, and so forth. And I'm so productive because I rely on these tools to assist me. Then content creation, Streamlabs, which I'm streaming to YouTube right now, and then TikTok, also live stream. These are also skill sets that you're going to eventually start learning. I'm going to come back to these tools.
Jonathan?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I ask a question? I'm so sorry.
Oh, please.
So this is very informative. So what are we looking at? Are these paid versions? And if so, what are we looking at like a monthly platform, like for all these like 14, 15 different platforms?
Yes, you have to spend money to make money.
Sure.
I would say budget roughly about max $300 a month, minimum $200. It depends if we're also throwing in your CRM, your marketing tools on top of that. This is just productivity tools alone. So productivity tools alone are going to maybe cost, I would say probably less than $100. And then your CRM and your marketing tools, that's another $100. And then other AI tools budget probably another $100 kind of thing. Like it's AI isn't cheap to get in. You're not going to be using everything, of course, but yes, you do want to budget because you're hiring digital employees and digital tools to help you become more productive. At the end of the day, all these things do is increase your productivity, help you get more done in a day than most do in a week.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to put some parameters around what kind of, revenue or the costs for just all this. That's all.
Let's round it up. Max all in 300. That's
Got
including your
Thank
CRM, your marketing, and stuff like that. Max, you're gonna stretch to get to that point. So no, excellent questions. I do get a lot. They're like, oh, can I find a cheaper alternative? You get cheap tools, you get cheap results. You won't be able to. It's just something that's really. So these are not only the best of the best, but they're worth the investment. They allow you to maximize your time effectively, which is very cool. And I'll do some demos, which I'm more excited. I'm going to skip this part because this is just, look, in different categories, marketing, content creation, recording, avatars. Just know that ChatGPT isn't the be-all, end-all of AI tools, but just know that whatever task you're working on, there's an AI tool that's specialized for that specific task that you're working on that's going to help you be more productive. So that's the main thing from there. So I just want, what happens is basically the difference between a regular professional and an AI professional is that you're going to use somewhere between 5 to 10 AI tools throughout the day. It's different for everyone, but specific on what your task or project and also role, for example. And these tools, again, they're going to give you superpowers. It's literally 100x improvement in productivity that you're able to do. And that's also in the global space, that's what you're competing against as well too. So more the upskilling is basically trying to find what is the best tool for what your task or project is, and then learning how to use it, and then you adapt or you start using it all the time. For example, like Fireflies right now is my AI note taker. I've got Notion for digital notebooks and so forth. So these tools are just going to make your life easier fundamentally. This is probably a very powerful slide. What's next? This we conceptualized about couple days ago, and this is the future of a sales generator, a sales bot, basically. Right here, this is actually what's going to be an automated marketing and sales bot, almost marketing and sales. Let me show you first. This, let's see, 100 million real estate agent bot. This came out March 14th, 2025. The world's first AI agent already made $100 million in sales. One chatbot. One chatbot generated $100 million in sales for one industry. Real estate agents are probably like, oh boy, this is dangerous. So what did they do? Because basically, if you look at a property real estate brokerage, basically, they have 5,000 properties. They're like, it's physically impossible for one person to know all the details of the 5,000 properties. However, for an AI chatbot, next to easy, a breeze. And so here's the challenge. Here's the scarier thing right here is that it improves the customer service. The response time is the fastest, is probably the biggest metric for most businesses, is that they're not responding to their leads either by phone, text, or social media message fast enough. Some are waiting 24 hours, some are waiting even half an hour, some don't even get back because they're overwhelmed because of the volume. So having an AI chatbot instantly answer the phone or the social DM message or the text message instantly can start the sales process, and then it does three things. It will answer questions, it will qualify the lead, and then it will also probably book appointments as well too. Those are three functions that it all could be done at the same time, and actually we'll do a demo of that. Actually, we'll do it through voice. So this is the future of basically your sales engine, where now you're no longer going to have, for some businesses, you're not going to, when you contact a business by phone or by SMS text, you're going to be talking to either chatbot or a voice agent. These are already in play as of today. Like, they're already existing. Businesses are already using them. This isn't like a wishful thinking. Their businesses that are already generating 3x more leads, 3x more sales, and 3x more Google reviews just by hiring their first AI chatbot and AI voice agent. And then say, for example, all of that information is stored in a tool for especially for marketing and sales as Go High Level is like the standard, more or less, for small to medium-sized businesses. Enterprises are still in a different category. And then they're going to use some database tool like Airtable to store all the information about their products, their services, or for real estate, for example, all their properties. And now the AI can access that in real time and then find the right property for the person, which we're going to do on this call, and instantly close a sale faster than someone then can. Again, humanly possible. These AI bots can answer the 10 calls simultaneously, 10 conversations at the same time. So what they're able to do, humans cannot compete at that space. So once a business realizes this is the game and this is what they need to, this is going to be their first evolution into AI enabling their business, it's going to be a game changing. And this is already happening. We're going to kind of skim through a little bit of the marketing side. Just know that fundamentally the game in marketing is content. You have to create content on the main social media channels, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, for any business to both for your clients or for yourself. If you're not on social media, you don't exist to your customers. And so that's how a lot of people found me on this call, is through my content. And that's the most important part. Right now, there's a very small window that the TikTok algorithm is not just about dancing and like stupid videos. It is literally a sales machine. It will find your ideal clients as long as you put out really good content. What you put out is what you get back. So you have to put out really, I call it fishing bait. Your short form content is basically fishing bait for people to nibble on. And the algorithm goes, oh, you've been interacting with AI and entrepreneur content. Great, I have some other influencers that you should watch their content. It's going to feed you my content because it knows your interest based. Then from those feelers, then it's going to feed you into the live streams. There's two big evolutions of like a mental shift to see the importance of short form content as part one of your strategy, and then part two is live streams. Live streams are literally where the sales are. We're going to be moving into, let me actually just show you where the economy is moving into. This is the future of the digital economy. is live streaming. 20 almost, it's basically QVC basically for both products and for services as well too. So what you're competing against online is people that are live streaming, talking about their product or service. Basically, they're showing up as the expert in that niche, and they're giving a ton of value. It's different than the regular pieces of content where it's just one way. For example, like person creates it and then puts it online and people consume it and keep scrolling and move on. This is where you actually break the fourth wall. You answer their questions, you give them attention, and you help them with whatever they're struggling with. For example, this is now how you build trust in the digital world. Is now through a personal brand is the most valuable thing. A personal brand is you showing up online with your face on camera and you being the basic knowledge expert to help your ideal customers answer the questions in real time across any domain, so that when the problem is a priority, they think of you first, then all the other competitors. And so this, they're doing it in the e-commerce space, but it's been done in the service space, which basically what we're doing here. A lot of you found my live streams through Roast My Business or talking about AI or doing AI demos is a big thing. This is the future of the economy where we're going to be moving into. Now let's go into kind of like AI tools. And then actually let's talk. ChatGPT did a huge image update just for some people. This is now incredibly more powerful than Midjourney. They actually trumped it, which is actually kind of wild. You could do stuff like this where it's like, hey, take this jacket and literally put it on the model, and the ChatGPT will actually redesign the model and actually keep the same pose, keep the same character, and actually do really dope stuff like this. Plus you could do ads, promotion. It does text perfectly. So image generation through ChatGPT is going to be incredibly powerful as a skill set. Even when you start creating content like YouTube thumbnails, for example, it will make or break your whole video, how good your thumbnail is. That's where using the right AI tool is going to help you increase more leads, increase more sales at the end of the day. Let's go quickly into automation. So with automation, this is where, starting off, never touch Zapier. Zapier is just ludicrously expensive. Make.com is the gold standard, at least for starting with workflow automation. This is where you're just going to be tying together your different apps. You're going to tie together Vappy, your voice agent, which we'll demo, with your CRM, which is like Go High Level, with your database tool like Airtable or something like that, and then even your chatbot, which is like Chatbait or Closebot. And so this is going to be the piping to close it all, or to connect everything together, to do a lot of the manual automation, save you a lot of time. This is going to be the gold standard. Then when you want to get into agents are pretty much like, hey, I like to think of from Iron Man Jarvis as a conception for what an agent can do. He has a brain, which basically could be any large language, DeepSeek, Gemini may be, I just was reading a post last night, the most powerful free large language model, so that you can API to Gemini and get access to a free large language model without having to pay for tokens, unlike all the other ones, for example. So really powerful. So that's going to be stuff for like, there's Manus, there's also RuCode, which is like a Manus, and these type of agents all need access to a large language model brain. So that's where you're going to API, probably using, priority goes down now, I got tested, but Gemini, DeepSeek, or then if you want to feel more comfortable with your data, ChatGPT or Claude, but those are going to be more expensive as well too. It needs some brain and it needs some access to tools. This year, tools are going to get even more easier to use in N8N. It has a higher learning curve to learn, but fundamentally, the way I like to conceptualize it is that, let's say I want to automate my calendar. And if I want to automate my calendar, I have to write a piece of, let's say, one specific automation to read the calendar, then another one to delete an event in the calendar, then another one to create an event in the calendar. So you have to create each little wire or each little connection manually. The new thing is what's called MCP. I got to find a better image to like visualize it. But think of it's a new concept of MCP as basically like USB for tools for agents. So agents are going to just like USB plug to different business applications like calendar, like Go High Level, and you don't have to deal with the little wires for the different functions you want it to do. It's going to be one big connection that's going to literally just, it will know all the different functions that you want it to do. And this is going to increase app development for agents so that you can plug in more tools. So they have, the thing with agents is that you give it a command and it has a brain and it has a set of tools, and it's going to try and figure out its own work path to try and solve that. You're seeing it done with like Manus, for example. Manus, you give it a goal and it goes and tries to figure out its own to-do list and how to execute on it, on that, for example. That's where this is going to be even more powerful, because now we can start plugging in many different tools easier with less coding, less configuration, for example. That's where agents are going to get a lot more powerful. But again, higher learning curve, start with make.com, and then you can grow from there. We're going to start going into demos right now. So just know also, just to dabble with it real quickly, if building business tools or building apps is now getting a lot easier. There's tools like Replit and Bolt, for example, that are, they will write the code or build the app for you. It's just another skill set. So some people, if they want to, I have an idea for an app, or I want basically, or I'm using an app and you know what, it doesn't do the features that I want, I wish it was better, you can recreate it. They have no IP moat and they have no protection. A great example is DocuSign. Someone was on Twitter and they messaged a friend publicly on Twitter, and they're like, hey, we're paying a ludicrous amounts for DocuSign for just contract management. And he's like, can you do anything? So he's like, oh yeah, goes on Replit, rebuilds the function of DocuSign, and then gives it away for free and builds it in a weekend. Done. So they have no IP protection. This is a great story. These kids, I should have put that, there you go. These kids are on, there's a podcast called My First Million. And so these kids, the first phase one is basically play with the tools. Spend 30 minutes a day, just fun projects with no serious like business objection. Just play with them. That's going to start the skill set so that when you do need that tool for your business or to solve a specific problem, that's when that skill set is going to play off. So these kids taught themselves how to build apps using Replit, or I think it's Replit and Claude, and then they dabbled, they play with them stuff, and they're like, you know what? We track our macros through an app called Lose It or MyFitnessPal. And basically, it's really annoying that you got to like weigh out your macros and you got to scan the barcode. And it's like, that takes too much time. What if we could just take a picture, and then through the picture, it could infer what are the macros as far as fat, carbs, and protein. And then they use Replit, and in I think it was a 2 weeks development, they built an app that now generates $2 million close to a month. So there's no market share. Like these were $100 million apps. Like it took software developers and engineers to build and manage. Now, if you learn how to use these tools like Replit and NoCode, you can build these apps without having to learn how to code. You're still going to have to work your way troubleshooting. It is not I would say perfect. You still have to learn the skill set of a software developer, which is basically mostly learning how to troubleshoot fundamentally. But the tools are there, and you could now take market share in any, whether it be a physical product, digital product, or even an app, for example. Just kind of throwing this out there. I follow Sabrina Romanoff, and she has an app called Blotato. Blotato is basically a social media automation. It will automate your social media, basically create content, repurpose content, and then automatically schedule and publish. She's very interesting because she's heavy on the software development side. Plus, this is her second AI software app. She already exited her first one. She was very interesting to share that she has an AI chatbot that's handling all of her customer support inquiries. So when customers ask questions about, hey, there's a bug. Hey, how do I do this feature? Hey, do you have refunds? Hey, I'm having trouble logging in. Anything like that. She's using Intercom's one called, I think it's forgot the name of it. There's a specific name for this. Oh, actually, I could go to here for it. So now customer service, even so, we did the marketing and sales, which is pretty much handled by tools like AI chatbots and AI voice agents like Vappy and Closebot, which I'll demo. Just show me the name. I won't let me show the name because I got to log in. That's fine. But now, even on the customer service side, they're going to employ more chatbots to automate all of the intake, and it actually performs a lot better than humans, quicker, fast, because it's speed to customer service or speed to lead. Chatbots are available 24/7, 365, can answer simultaneous users at the same time, and can help the customer with general FAQs, and they basically get smarter over time, which is even more wilder. So all businesses are going to hire basically more AI agents than employees going forward, which is even more kind of terrifying. Let's just talk about AI automation agencies. So with automation agencies, this is a great case study of these are industries: travel, legal, real estate, brokers, insurance. And this is an audit where basically they took what's the business type. They said, what's AI solution are you actually building? Like, what was your first AI solution that you're actually, like AI employees that you're actually hiring? It always just comes in two flavors, in the sense of, is it a voice agent, so when the customer calls the business, or is it a chatbot when the customer messages them through SMS or chat, that it can respond? It could either respond quickly, answer questions, qualify, and book appointments. So then the ROI from adding these AI employees are insane. Businesses are generating 80K in additional monthly revenue. This is the average. It's usually 3x more leads, 3x more sales. That's the average of what they're getting because of the speed, the volume, how it's able to. It could process more leads than actually humans can. 127% increase in show rates. It is an insane competitive advantage, and this is already happening. And then for some people that want to get into there's always two sides. There's like, do you want to go in the consulting side and education, or do you want to go in the implementation side and actually build the solutions? Both are completely viable. This is roughly what you're looking at as far as like the range of these type of solutions, where it's usually a setup and monthly maintenance, where setup could be anywhere from 1,000 all the way up to 25,000. This was for a law firm where basically they just had a chatbot just respond from website, Messenger, and Instagram. That's all. But of course, they're spending money through ads. They're creating content, so they have huge leads coming in. So they're charging $25,000 plus $500 a bot. But if you're looking at how much an employee costs, this is nothing to the cost of what an employee is for the ROI that it will instantly 3x your leads and sales. This is the future of what's going to be happening. So this is where all the money is being made. It's either the consulting, the strategy, or the implementation is pretty much. I recommend picking one of the sides before you actually going into the space. You can't do both. It has to be one or the other. Let's talk about AI employees. This is now the biggest thing. Businesses are going to hire more employees, AI agents, than actual employees going forward, just because the economy, cheaper, inflation, it's too expensive and everything to cost. These are some of the top employees that even I hire and use. Business coaching, when it gets to custom GPTs, you're always the best two real business use cases is a chatbot for your business coaching and life coaching. We're actually going to do a workshop right after this for members inside the AI community. We're actually going to build custom GPTs, which basically come in two flavors. They're either tools or they're either chatbots, which is super powerful. AI video editor, no more editing video through CapCut, DaVinci, or Premiere. Any of that is gone. Now you can hire an AI video editor for $20 and it will edit the entire video instantly. Remove the ums, the dead spaces. It's a godsend. AI avatar for clones. This is my AI avatar clone. Actually, we did another one last night, which was fun. You're going to create this. The time it takes to create content is it takes an hour to create one piece of content. This can be done in 6 minutes, where you could go from idea, research, to have an AI clone of you. I didn't get on camera. I didn't memorize a script. I didn't have to edit the video. This pipeline is how all short form content is going to be created. So this is my AI clone.
The future of AI wearables just got a game changer. Meet the Omi Dev Kit 2, an open source AI necklace designed to summarize your conversations and create a personalized AI assistant that actually remembers everything. No subscriptions, fully compatible with iPhone and Android, and backed by an open source community. Omi streams audio to your phone, transcribes it, and securely stores it in the cloud.
So I'm going to put that sucker to work. So much work, so much work. He's now going to create content for me, and I don't have to do short form content going forward in the future. So this is the types of AI avatars or clones that you're going to basically be building. Let's go with just the next demo of an AI voice agent. So I'm going to be using a tool called Vappy. And so Vappy, I do have to make one change here. One, and then here 1.5. So this is my AI agent for a fake real estate company, where basically we're going to call. It knows all the details about the brokerage, basically who are the agents, their hours, their location. Plus it also has a very crude but rough database of just 2 properties, for example. So we're going to ask it and see if it can help me find the right property. And we're going to do all this in real time, because now it's even like real estate agents may or may not have a job by the end of the year. So let's talk to Sally.
Hey there, it's Sally from Sunny Keys Realty. What can I help you with today?
Hi, Sally. Where are you located?
Hey there, we're over at 456 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. If you want to swing by, we're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Nice. Who's the lead agent there?
Oh, that's Tony Rivera. He's been in the real estate game for like ever. If you need any help, he's your guy.
I'm looking for a property in Culver City. Do you have anything?
Oh, for sure. We got this newer 4-bedroom, 3-bath house over in Culver City. It's about 2,100 square feet, listed at $1.85 million. Super bright, with a great backyard. It'll make you want to move in already, right?
You know, I changed my mind. Do you have anything in Silver Lake?
Oh, sure thing. We got a sweet 3-bedroom, 2-bath spot in Silver Lake, about 1,500 square feet for $1.2 million. It's got a lot of character and charm.
You know, I want to book a tour.
Cool. First, can I get your full name, please?
Yes, Dr. AI.
Nice name, Dr. AI. What kind of property tour are you looking for?
Just a property tour.
Got it. And when are you looking to schedule the tour?
How about Wednesday at 2 a.m.?
Hey, Dr. AI. I'm afraid we're not open at 2 a.m., but I can schedule a tour for you on Wednesday at 2 p.m. How does that sound?
Yeah, that works.
Great. So we've got a property tour booked for Dr. AI on Wednesday at 2 p.m. If you need to reschedule or have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Hey, Sally, what's 75 plus 42? I got to know this before I show up.
Well, if you ever get lost on your way here, it's 117, but you got this, right? Hope to see you soon.
I appreciate it, Sally. You're amazing. Hope you have a blessed day.
Thanks, appreciate the kind words. If you have any more questions or need assistance, feel free to give us a holler. Have a great day.
Always be kind to the AI. Say thank you. Say please. Just be nice. They are going to be our overlords. So when you look at the cost of a business, to a business, that call only cost 17 cents. Nothing sauce. And it can answer 10 calls simultaneously, search a database of over 1,000 records to find the right property, and then also book appointments, find availability, and all done in real time. This is the future. It's like this is already here, which is actually kind of wild. I'm going to leave it now. Just a quick thing about chatbots, real important, because that's also the big thing too. So when it comes to chatbots, the gold standard is basically Closebot right here. So you have to have Go High Level. It doesn't work if you're using any other tool fundamentally. This is especially for small to medium-sized businesses. You have to start with Go High Level as your marketing automation system. Then you can add these. You could plug in your voice agent, which is Vappy, or Closebot, which is for chatbots, and then you're going to hook them together using Make.com as the piping to basically put everything together. Closebot right now is going to be updating their chatbot. Pretty wild. I don't really have much. Let's see. We could do a quick Closebot demo. The close bots are actually really dope because no, we don't need that music. That's the CEO. So basically, there's no like make.com workflow like step 1, step 2, step 3 kind of thing. You give it goals and objectives of what you want it to do, and then it's probably the reason why when you use Go High Level, you do not want to use the built-in chatbot or voice agent. It's just like trash. That's why you need the best voice agent and the best chatbot to plug into Go High Level, and then you get these natural sounding chatbots that sound very humanistic, that can book appointments, chat, answer questions, whatever the customer. They're so sophisticated now, you cannot tell the difference that you're not chatting with or you're chatting with the robot. You cannot tell, which is so awesome. So again, businesses that are hooking these systems up, and again, they cannot hook these up on their own. I do not recommend business owners set up Go High Level on their own. They will fail. They will not be able to get the highest ROI out of them. I recommend for a lot of people, you need to work with the AI and automation agency to actually build these out, and then that's also where the money is. I have an automation agency that I partner with that charges usually on the low end $5,000 to set up this type of system for a business, and then they do a monthly managed cost on top of that. But it is worth every penny of the investment because of the competitive advantage, where on average it will 3x your leads, 3x your sales, and 3x your Google reviews, for example. So a business that's worth the investment. I actually only know of one real estate agency on the East Coast that already has chatbots, already has Go High Level, and right now is working on AI voice agents, and their entire business is already, like, they've already paid for the ROI within the first 30 days. It's insane. So that's a cool demo. Nice. I'm going to pause there and leave it for questions that you guys have, because I'm gonna bounce in 5 minutes to we have a workshop for our members. Candy and also is Oksana also here. Candy and Oksana, let me know if you also got the Zoom link. It's going to be a different Zoom link, because right after this we're going to go right into a workshop for community members. Today we're actually going to build custom GPTs, and I'll do a quick plug. If you want to learn basically education, mentorship, skills, and also the AI community, we're close to 60 members now. We're going to teach you how to use all of these tools. We have courses on the best, not only courses, but also weekly workshops, and then also instant support. So if you have questions or anything, you could post a question in the chat to my team or me. Actually, it's just me. And then basically you'll get answers from the community. Everyone is very supportive, which is super awesome. And they're all building very advanced stuff. We have people that are building digital twins like Oksana here. Other people are also like this guy's automated his entire content. Like, he doesn't have to show up on camera. It's a whole make.com automation with his digital twin. And then I also do the marketing of helping business owners figure out how they actually can make money in AI, whether it being consulting or using AI specifically in their business. So I'll pause there.
Jonathan, I have a question, if that's okay.
Please.
Yeah, sure. This is Naeem again. Okay, so in your on your back end, you were just showing. Do you have an area to teach how to use High Level or set up High Level?
Eventually, we're going to have High Level in it. Right now, we actually did a workshop. We have a resident Go High Level expert. His name is Joseph. And Joseph does these monthly workshops with Go High Level. And then we're eventually going to move it. So he already has a 3-hour masterclass already out. And so you could watch that. We'll eventually have more of a comprehensive course on it. And then we're kind of specializing in 2 systems. One is for Go High Level for, like, if you want to do automations for services and stuff. The other for coaches and consultants, we're moving them into System.io because they just sell digital products or their time. So they don't need something as sophisticated. So between those 2 systems, yes, we'll have courses on them.
And your recommendation is to use High Level as an intermediary connecting point for all these other chats or for these other bots?
Yeah, if you're serious about having chatbots, and again, you have to kind of have the volume first before you invest in it, because it's like if you don't have the volume, if you're not doing ads, if you're not doing content, if you're not getting a flood of leads already, this isn't going to be this isn't really going to help you grow your business fundamentally. But if for like clients that are like, I'm overwhelmed with leads, I can't respond to messages, I've got emails and messages and then phone calls and I missed the phone call, that's the time and pain point when you're like, okay, let's move you into Go High Level and let's move you into adding these agents over time.
Got it. Yeah, I played with High Level, or I got on, and it's a robust platform.
Yes, but it also has a high, that's why I always recommend, if you're going to invest in High Level for your business, work with an automation agency, because you want that support from them, because I don't recommend business owners individually themselves, unless they're very tech savvy, to configure it on their own, because you'll spend more time configuring it than actually getting the ROI out of it, more or less.
Thanks.
Good question, though. Good questions. Any other questions? Nice. So I am going to put two things. One is the community. This will be the link if you guys are interested in joining the community. Trust, we're always going to be around, but don't wait. Every 50 members, I double the price. And then Oksana and Candy, let me also know, confirm that you guys have also the Zoom link. It's also in the community, so you could grab it with the post that basically should be pinned here from the discussion forum. This is what we're going to move right into we're going to switch into the Saturday workshop right now to start teaching custom GPTs to all members. Cool. Awesome.
Thanks.
Name, Juan, Richard, and then Eric Bounce. Appreciate all of you for attending. Definitely stay up to date with the live streams. Those are going to be a really good channel to always see what's coming on down the pipeline. And then when you're ready to join, trust, we'd love to have each and every one of you in the community.
I'm gonna go join over there right now. So
You think about it. Don't worry, it's always going to be there. So, and then if you're serious about, if I could just motivate a little more, the 2-hour consulting, if you're like, hey, I need you to look at my business and give me tips on how to, the one-on-one is like going to be worth it. And then even if you're not pressured in that, I put the one-on-one link on like the main website, so you can even just book time. So some people are like, I want the courses and support and mentorship. Some people are like, I just want you to look at my business so you can coach me week by week how to actually execute and stay up to date with AI. So both work too.
cool, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Stay blessed. Have a great day, everyone. You guys are getting a sneak peek behind the scene of that's only for like people in the email list, basically just Q&A for like people that are in the email list. They're finding out what's going up to date with AI. It's not like really formal for members per se, but now I'm just gonna keep this running because we're gonna go right into the workshop, which I want to start right now. So for community members, we have a workshop every week where we learn something new with AI. So we'll collectively, so I'm just going to bring you guys along for that ride. If you guys are finding this valuable, hit that like button. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is more or less a behind the scenes of my life. So basically, I'm just going to keep it rocking. You guys are going to get a behind the scenes. Also, we don't have the slides. It's only for community members. I know. That's why I can't give you all the secrets. Like, come on now. That's why it's the motivation to join. See what you're missing out on? It's like these slides are gangster. People will pay a lot of money just for the slides alone. Actually, they already have. People can technically buy the slides. They're like $4.97. It's not cheap. It's like, but this is the best of everything and everything when it comes to AI. It's like my digital brain. So, okay. Hope I set up I think we'll get 1 or 2 members shortly. And let me start for everyone on YouTube.